Hello everyone. In this series, we'll talk about a lot of technical indicators which you can use to make better and informed trading decisions. These indicators are mostly based on the price action, that is, your price and volumes. And these indicators will give you a lot of meaningful insights in terms of how the price action is panning out. Let's cover the Relative Strength Index or the RSI, which is one of the most commonly and widely used indicators in technical analysis. So let's talk further about RSI, which is one of the most widely and commonly used indicators in technical analysis. So as you can see on my screen, the Relative Strength Index measures the stock momentum, that is, the speed and the size of the price change. And it can be calculated using the below equation, 100 minus 100 by 1 plus RS, where RS stands for the relative strength, which is nothing but the average of the up moves divided by the average of down moves for the defined look back period. In the context of this particular video and the subsequent videos, we will not dwell much into the formulae and the calculation aspect because these calculations are automatically done by the charting platform. So if you go to tv.dhan.co and if you plot the RSI there, it will automatically calculate the RSI points for the default or the defined look back period and give you the RSI plot. However, if you are interested to understand the calculation further, in the comment section we have a link where you can download an Excel file which has the calculations and the formulas defined. Do note, RSI is calculated for a defined look back period. If you look at the formula, we are averaging the up moves and down moves, and these will happen for a defined look back period. So you need to define the look back period, and the default setting is for 14 periods. So if it is a daily chart, then it is a 14-day look back period basis which the RSI value is calculated. And also to note here is that RSI is calculated on the closing price. As you would remember from the previous videos, we have 4 price points on a given chart on a given time frame for a given period. Your open price, your high price, the low price and the close price. But RSI by default is calculated on the closing price basis. Always remember that. So moving on, let's try to understand what is it that RSI tries to convey. What RSI tells me is that for the defined look back period, how many times the stock price closed higher compared to how many times the stock price closed lower. That's the first indication. And the second thing is, it also measures the momentum of the stock price move. How much was the move, whether it was a small move on the upside or a huge move on the upside. And this is what the RSI will incorporate in the calculation and give you a defined picture to understand whether a stock should be bought or whether it should not be bought. Whenever your RSI value is high, it would mean that the number of times the stock closed higher was more as compared to the number of times the stock price closed lower in the defined look back period, which means a high RSI value has an indication that buyers are trying to overpower the sellers and there is a bull momentum in the stock. Conversely, if your RSI value is low, that means that your sellers are trying to overpower the buyers and the prices are trying to go down and there is a bear grip or a selling pressure on that stock. So accordingly, if you notice that the RSI value is high, implying that there is a bull grip on the stock, you should try to trail your stop losses in your existing long positions or try to identify re-entry opportunities and be a part of that trend. And in case you see that the RSI value is going down, that means your sellers are trying to overpower the buyers and it is time to be cautious around your long positions. You may want to exit your long positions and take a re-entry at a lower point and reduce your cost of holding. In the context of RSI, it is imperative that we talk about a few myths that revolve around the RSI. The biggest myth around RSI is the overbought zone and the oversold zone. If you understand the RSI calculation, it is a banded oscillator, which means the RSI value can range anywhere between 0 to 100. It can never go beyond 100, it can never go in the negative zone. Now, if you read any theory or any books, you will hear a lot of people talking about an overbought zone and an oversold zone. Overbought zone meaning whenever the RSI is more than 70, they would expect that the stock would correct because the stock is in an overbought zone. Whereas in case the RSI is below 30, people will typically say the stock is in an oversold zone and we should buy the stock. This is a complete myth if you ask me. In my experience, this will seldom work, and if you go with this premise, you would lose out on huge trend opportunities and huge price movement opportunities. Let me take a few examples to explain why I am saying so. So on my screen, if you can see, I have the chart of Tata Elxsi on a weekly time frame. Now we know that weekly is a higher time frame, so the signals that we get on a weekly time frame is much more reliable as compared to a daily or an hourly chart. If you notice here, I have plotted the RSI, which is for a default 14-day close period. The purple line is what represents the RSI here. Now, consciously I have taken a line chart here because the line chart is based on the closing prices and RSI calculation is also based on the closing prices. If you notice, the RSI around August 2020 started going above 70. These dotted lines represent the overbought zone and the oversold zone, which people typically talk about. When the RSI started going above 70, a person who follows that theory of overbought and oversold zones might say that it is now time to exit the stock. But if you had done that, you would have missed out on this rally from 1000 rupees odd price point to almost 6000 odd price point. In a matter of 1 to 1.5 years, the stock price went 6x. So if you go with that premise that RSI was in the overbought zone, you would have missed out on this rally big time. Now if you notice, the second line which I have plotted here, the RSI started cooling down. That does not mean that the RSI has cooled down and it's now time to exit. If you notice, this was a strong uptrend and there was a support that was missing. If you remember from the previous sessions, price always moves in a smooth zigzag fashion, and in case a support is missing, the price will come down to form a support and then again starts its upward journey if the trend is strong. And that is what happened here. The price went up phenomenally, it came down to create a support and again started its bull run. And now from 6000 odd levels, the stock price is hovering around 10,000 odd levels. So I hope this example is now able to burst that myth around the overbought zone and the oversold zone. Let's take a few more examples to elucidate this further. On my screen, now I have the chart of Asian Paints on a monthly time frame, and again, I have taken the prices on closing basis, that's why it's a line chart. Around August 2020, the RSI started going beyond the 70 levels, which is the typical or theoretical overbought zone. The price was roughly around 1700, 1800 odd levels, and if someone would have exited the long position there, they would have missed out on this rally where the stock price became 2x in a matter of 2 years. So don't go by the theory that RSI is overbought or oversold, or rather the stock is overbought or oversold. If you try to understand RSI very carefully, it is telling you that it is an indication of the number of times and the size of up move versus the number of times and the size of down move in a defined period. So if the up move is overpowering the down move, there is clearly a buying interest in the stock, and why would you want to miss out on that trend? There is a bull pressure, be a part of the trend. Identify your entry opportunities and try to catch that trend and try to not exit that position just because the RSI is in the overbought zone. Yet another example, which is one of the favorites around this time, is that of Adani Group stocks, and on my screen I have the chart of Adani Enterprise. Around the same time, that is August 2020, the RSI started going beyond 70, and from a stock price level of around 350-400, today the stock is at 3000 plus levels in a matter of 2 years. So again, if you had exited your long positions just because the RSI was in the overbought zone, you would have missed out on this rally big time. Do note here that when the RSI was crossing the 70 odd levels, it was with good volume support. The volume was 2x, 3x the average volume, and if you recollect, volume is a very important concept when it comes to price action analysis. So there was a good volume support here, and if you look at the same chart on candlestick patterns, you would have seen very good long body candles there. So always remember, you need to correlate things. Candles can give you a lot of intuitive information, and you can watch the candle series in the subsequent sessions. If you combine these few small simple techniques, you would be able to identify the trend and be a part of the trend. So folks, I hope you now understand what RSI means and what is the information that RSI as a standalone indicator tries to convey, and you are now able to bust the myth around the overbought zone and the oversold zone. Always remember, the more you practice, the more you observe, the better would be the outcome. So don't waste any time any further. Start practicing, start looking at charts and start reading the RSI on a higher time frame. So now folks, let me show you how to plot RSI in a given chart. So as you can see on my screen, I am trying to log into tv.dhan.co. So let me try to open the chart of Adani Enterprise, which is one of the stocks that we have recently discussed, Adani Enterprise. Let me go to the time frame. Let me select time frame as, let's say, a monthly chart. And if I go to this option, let me delete all the indicators to begin with. Okay, and let me go to this option, the FX option, and if I search for RSI, or you can also type relative strength index, this is what you will get. And the default setting is 14 periods, but if you want, you can play around with this setting as well, where you can define what is the look back period that you would want to use for the calculation of RSI. For now, I am keeping it as a default setting, and if you see here, this is where you had a good green body candle, and if I also plot the volumes here, then you would be able to see that it had a volume spike as well. It was giving you a above average volume in that particular candle, and this is where the bull run actually started. So if you notice, from a level of 350 odd, the stock is now at 3000 odd levels. So this is the power of RSI, and on a higher time frame, it will give you very meaningful insights. So folks, I hope this was informative and you are now able to understand RSI better. Watch out for the next video where we talk about other indicators like MACD, stochastic, to name a few, and see how these indicators will help you derive more meaningful insights. Thank you and stay tuned.